Who's masterminded what we've seen over these last two legs. Mikel, in your reign as Arsenal boss, where does this one rank for you? 2 legs and you've beaten the holders Real Madrid.
One of the best nights in my football career for sure, and really a special one. I mean, we played against the team with the biggest history. That has been an inspiration, I think, for all of us in this competition, and to be able to win the tie in the manner that we've done it, I think we have to be very proud of ourselves.
And that's it, it's the manner that you did it. You looked in control from start to finish against this Real Madrid side. And ordinarily at your ground, you did it. But here at the Bernabeu, with the noise, with the expectation, how proud are you of the way that the players conducted themselves?
I'm really proud because it's very difficult. It's my first time in that touchline, so I have no experience before to be in there. And after 2-3 minutes, you realize that anything can happen in this stadium. And I think you have to be there to realize that. And I got the feeling straight away, something goes wrong, they score a goal, game on, and anything can happen. Fortunately, a lot of things went for us, a part of Bukayo's missing the penalty, but I think overall we did what we had to do to win the game.
We were talking, I think, listen, in all of our careers, there were moments in our careers, our club careers, where you go, that was a big moment for us that really changed the dynamic and the belief in the squad. Could tonight, over these 2 legs, actually be part of that for you guys?
I hope so. Yeah. I think
obviously. You sense that feeling?
I have that feeling, and obviously the history we have in this competition is so short. It's the 3rd time in our history that we've done what we just done. So we need to build on that, and we are really hungry. We want more. It's a really young team that is very determined, and all these experiences, including me for sure, is going to help us a lot to try to achieve something big.
Mikel, Maka was saying, of course, he's won this thing 2 times already. That it's only a quarter-final, by the way. But last year's quarter-final, we went out to Bayern Munich, and in that first leg, we didn't seem to know whether to attack or to sit. The game was 2-2, and this time round, you were so emphatic in that first game. How much have you learned? Are you learning in the Champions League through last season?
Are you questioning his tactics last year? Are you? Is that what you're saying?
Well, it's a difficult situation. You're trying to be negative. First games at home.
It's a positive night.
Well, I think last season, we started the game really well against Bayern, but then we made 2 crucial mistakes that cost us the penalty and a really sloppy goal. And then, we started to doubt a little bit how to play the next game, and especially the second game against Bayern. I don't think it was good enough. Today, I think, and the game in London, we had a very different mindset. I think we had full belief that we could beat this team, that we could be better than that, that we could dominate them. But then you have to do it, and the players did it.
And the semi-final, you've already faced PSG, of course, this year, but they look a different team now. How much are you looking forward to that game?
Yeah, I watched the game last night. Another crazy game. So anything can happen in this competition. They are an incredible team. I know the manager really, really well. And let's enjoy tonight and let's start to think about that one soon.
And it must be special for you being an old team as well. Yeah. And the fact that you've already beaten them this year.
It is, and we have the experience of that. But as you said, I think they are a different team now. They are on an incredible run at the moment. But as well for us, so I think we showed tonight that we can compete against any team.
So on one of the individual players, and I know you'd like to talk as a collective more, but Declan Rice over the 2 legs I thought was absolutely outstanding, and the investment you guys have had him, it looks like a snip right now. Yeah,
I think tonight he was immense. I think he turned the game around. The moment that the game was 50-50, he got the ball, he turned the game. I think he was immense today. Yeah. I think he made a difference in the time.
Lewis Skelly has to be mentioned as well, by the way. I'm sorry. He can't. I'm looking at his passport. He's not 18.
And Timber.
He can't be 18.
And Timber. Yeah, I know. Yeah, for such a young boy, absolutely
incredible.
Yeah, I've got to ask you. You talked about being on the touchline here, and you've. With your Catalan root, Barcelona, you're probably not that liked here, but they quite like you at PSG. That's going to be a very different experience, isn't it?
It is going to be, obviously. I had a wonderful time there, but now the mindset is going to be to prepare well and go through. We want to be in that final. We're going to have to work so hard and do a lot of good things against that team, but we are certainly capable of doing it.
It's been an incredible night for you. Really huge congratulations from all of us, Mikel.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Brilliant. Well done.
Take care.
I think he has to take huge credit. Like you said there, I think last season, I think he seems to be a manager who seems to be learning. He's had some difficulties in the Premier League this season. That's been consistent. But you get to the big stage here, your players have to be adaptable and have the ability to learn from past mistakes, etc. But also in that dugout, you have to be able to do that. And like you said today, it's his first time there. It's quite an intimidating place to be, but he handled it so well.
Is this the mentality shift we see in this Arsenal side then? Because they've come close, haven't they? But they've fallen short in big games, whether that's in the Premier League and other competitions as well. This is where we saw a different Arsenal, would you say,
Well,
Martin?
I was reasonably happy last year. They won 14 out of the last 16 games. So I think the evidence was there. It was just obviously this is another level. You go to a new level at the Champions League. And each player's doing that. You can see Declan Rice developing, Timber coming back into the team, Saliba. It looks magnificent at times tonight. Okay, he makes the mistake for the goal, blots his copybook a little bit. But so many good performances. Every player developing, growing, and the manager and his staff. They are really up for it. And this is a memorable night now for the Arsenal fans. I said that Arsenal make for a formidable opponent, and they certainly did tonight.
And they're learning on the job, aren't they? That's
they're
valuable,
learning, and they
isn't
have
it?
to keep on progressing. It's as simple as that. They've beaten PSG already. We know PSG at a different side, but they have to go on and make this count. Make this count tonight.
It's only a quarter-final, though, Mac.
No, what is it? Mars, I hope they win it. With the only English team left. I hope. I know that. But I hope they do it. But it's pointless just winning a quarter-final and getting knocked out. Great, we'll celebrate it. Great performance. But you have to you have to bring home the silver.
Hey guys, subscribe now and join the channel for just $1 to unlock exclusive full videos. Support the channel and keep the uploads coming. Plus, enjoy custom emoji comments and be part of the Senvic community.
This team have really come of age, haven't they, Martin?
Yeah, I mean, you come here to a stadium of this type and you put out the performance. There was you could smell a bit of fear, maybe, from the fans. But the way the team performed, they look comfortable the whole night, just sitting in that block. As I say, the wide players, the way they work for the team, and then on that counter-attack. We talked about a counter-attack situation. Arsenal scoring a lot of goals in the Premier League in that situation. And the way they've managed the 2 ties, I think it's been a real step up from last season, Champions League. It's only their 2nd season in it. Bayern in that first game last year, they didn't seem to know really how to attack their opponent. This time round, I think being 3-0 up and really going for it, set down a marker. And then tonight was about finishing the job off, and they looked really strong here tonight.
Yeah, they did, especially coming up, as you say. Bayern were a formidable opponent, and so too was Bukayo Saka, just pitch side actually, just still celebrating with the Arsenal fans. Yeah, prolific opponent in Bayern Munich, prolific opponent in Real Madrid tonight. Let's take a look at Bukayo Saka. I mean, he's there, as I say, not speaking to us at the moment, but he missed the penalty, 13th minute. I think everyone's sort of scratching their heads a little bit as to why he took this approach, but it didn't deter him. That was in the 13th minute. In the second half, he came back and scored. That's redemption, and that's maturity for someone still so young.
Yeah, that's character. I mean, he knows his worth, he knows his value. It's a wonderful finish, by the way. The keeper's coming out, and he just dinks him. It's a great bit of football. And it's just, again, he goes in there. I mean, defensively, I think there's a lot to pick out. They make it so easy. Rudiger trying to step up, the right-back playing one side. But you can't discredit the finish. It's a wonderful run, gets in there, how calm he is. And again, the key point is, after such a miss with a penalty, to have the confidence to do this, I think tells you and signifies
100%.
where he is as a player.
Mentally
Fantastic.
very strong, isn't he?
Top.
And you have to be in a stadium like this.
Yeah.
But the fact that he missed the penalty, as you said, and came back to do that, and came back to influence the game, that's the most important thing. And it's great to see him back on the football field. He was off for a while, and he got his rewards today.
Marino, 2 assists. He's just in that little pocket, finds him. Really good ball that he plays there. But this man Saka, just honestly, he wasn't even around. Just 2 weeks ago, he comes back to the party just in time.
I spoke about him before, and we debated. I spoke about this before, debating like where he is in the grand scheme of things as a forward player. And my only thing that went against him was about playing on this stage. It was only because he hadn't done it.
Of course.
Where you go, well, can he? We don't know. He comes here over the 2 legs especially, but he's been doing it now this season.
You have to be successful to be classed in the annals of the people we've spoken about. You have to win, and you have to be a perennial winner, and you have to win this tournament, because the best teams win this tournament. So if you can perform like that in a quarter-final, brilliant. If you can do it in a semi-final and a final, because we'll be singing his name from the rooftops, but you have to give us something, because winning a quarter-final, unfortunately, I don't want to be a party pooper, the brilliant Arsenal have been, but it is only the quarter-final.
I agree
they've
with
been
you.
Here before.
I agree with you, but at the same time, Mackie, you got to come here.
Huge
Yes,
stepping
you
You know
stones
what
for
that
Arsenal.
Definitely.
You come in here, the
Definitely.
holders, and go into them. Listen, you lot sit in your spot. I'm going to take centre
Absolutely.
stage
But
today.
then you cannot lose to PSG.
Yeah.
You can't lose them. Otherwise, you've just got to the semi-finals and lost. We've all
It's the
been to
first time
quarter-finals.
it's
We've
the
all been
first
to
time
semi-finals.
First time in 20 odd years that this Real Madrid have gone out of a quarter-final.
Yeah.
It's a huge
There'll be massive
task.
repercussions here. Heads will roll here.
What will it be like tomorrow for the likes of Mbappe, Vinicius Junior, Jude Bellingham?
The newspapers will tear into them. The manager probably won't be here next year. You know, there'll be a plethora. The PR machine will jump into action tomorrow. We're signing this person, to get the fans back on side. But losing in the quarter-finals and losing the way they did, they were toothless today. They went down with a fight. Arsenal controlled them quite comfortably for 180 minutes last week and this week. No threat, no fear, no nothing this year. We thought that before the game, because Madrid are not playing well. But still, Arsenal had to come and do it and show that they have the mettle and show how mentally strong they are to cope with this. And they've done it easily. So it was a wonderful performance.
You know what? I think we've all been there in our careers where you go, there's a moment where you go, you know what, guys? That's the moment when I've had real belief. We all believe in our teams, but you need a moment in history where you go, it was there where it all clicked and fell into place. It feels like this tie over the 2 days could be that for this Arsenal team.
Yeah, well, let's hope so.
And individually, I mean, Declan Rice, he's up against
phenomenal
Jude Bellingham. And
he's announced himself, hasn't he now?
There was only one winner. Do you know, he was absolutely magnificent. And this is a player, he's only started taking corners, last Christmas. And then the 2 goals were massively significant, those 2 free kicks. But the way he played out there to midfield, the tackles he makes, and that key moment when the referee, gives a penalty and VAR, because if that's given as a penalty, again, changes this game massively. And Declan was once again involved in that.
I think the difference with Declan, why I feel that he's hugely an elite player, is that in every facet of his game, he works at a high level. And I think that would have been a disservice to him if he had gone to a football club where they went, right, we're going to pigeonhole you and you're going to be this. Because I think he has far too much to do that. He can be the player that...
Press, just take your time with it. But Saliba has got to do better as well.
Yeah,
normally so good on the ball.
We talk about scanning as a huge part of the game, and normally we talk about it in terms of attacking players, but he doesn't look over his right shoulder and check what's there. So also you have to give credit to Vinicius Junior as well.
Yeah, and then it was going to happen. Real Madrid was going to...
When you see Rudiger playing as a number 9, laying the ball off, you already know that if you go on the counter, on the next one is going to be good. But Hendrick comes very close here to score.
Big news though for Real Madrid. Mbappe come off with that injury. Didn't look good at all. And in the end, brought on Hendrick, and it just wasn't enough for Real Madrid on the night.
You'd have to have real vision and insight, though, to have picked out that Martinelli...
Oh, of course. I mean, it was always going to happen. Real Madrid were going to be chasing the game. The game was going to open up on the counter-attack. Martinelli slots it home.
Other assist from Merino.
Yeah, it was excellent. I thought he made a really good point, Thierry, about sometimes we've been saying Arsenal need a number 9. When you've got runners like Saka and Martinelli in certain games, it works, and the pass was exquisite. And a finish to match. What a night for us.
I don't think it's no coincidence that the fella on my left has picked up Martinelli this week and Declan Rice last week, as his managerial career is basically just moving to new heights, isn't it?
Blossoming.
He's the only manager in the room. Top of the league.
Top of the league, yes. Top of the league in ball,
No, carry on, sorry.
No, that's all I'm saying.
Okay. I was going to say you've been picking at your teeth with a toothpick there for the last 20 minutes or so. Do you think you'll be done with that by the time David Beckham comes on, or you'll still be going?
No, I'll be all right. Bex will be fine with that.
Bex?
And he's picking his teeth for real.
He was my England captain.
Normally you put your hand,
what was it? Did you have steak? What was it?
I guess.
I've got a big hole at the back of my tooth, and it's a wisdom one. So they said there's no point doing all the thing to get it out. You might as well just have to get it out 3 times a day after your meal. So.
Lovely. That's something for us to look forward to for the rest of the season.
Bit of supper.
Oh, dear.